The trade war initiates with a 25% tariff on Canadian goods, disrupting the previously stable economic relationship between the United States and Canada. This escalation carries substantial implications for both economies. In response, Canada strategically targets key sectors such as agriculture, bourbon, and electric vehicles. This aims to maximize disruption in the U.S. economy while minimizing the impact on its own, intensifying the conflict. Tesla, heavily dependent on Canadian raw materials for battery production, confronts increased costs due to tariffs. Consequently, the company faces difficult decisions regarding pricing and profit margins, placing the future of electric vehicles in jeopardy. Similarly, automakers like Ford and General Motors rely on Canadian materials. However, the rising costs threaten their electric vehicle production, potentially stalling crucial initiatives toward electric vehicle adoption. Tariffs are significantly disrupting the auto supply chain, resulting in longer production times and increased costs. This economic pressure forces companies to seek alternative solutions in the midst of ongoing uncertainties. The escalating trade war carries broader implications, risking job losses and economic instability throughout North America. The future of U.S.-Canada relations depends on effectively resolving these trade disputes. Canada's retaliatory tariffs specifically target key U.S. industries, particularly automotive and agriculture. This response creates a ripple effect, impacting jobs and manufacturing costs and highlighting the interconnectedness of their economies. The Biden administration's push for electric vehicles encounters significant challenges due to rising costs from tariffs on essential materials. This irony complicates its clean energy goals and the transition to sustainable transportation. Furthermore, the potential for Canada to restrict energy supplies poses a severe threat to the U.S. economy, influencing gasoline prices and manufacturing costs. This reliance on Canadian energy underscores the geopolitical stakes involved. China's strengthening trade ties with Canada further reshape supply chains, potentially leading Canada to rely less on American markets. This partnership presents a significant threat to U.S. economic interests. European automakers are also recalibrating their supply chains to reduce dependency on the U.S. market. This shift indicates a broader movement away from relying on American economic ties, with potential long-term effects on the global automotive industry. As vehicle prices continue to rise, consumers across the spectrum face affordability issues in both new and used car markets. This situation worsens with increasing tariffs on essential raw materials. The automotive sector is experiencing layoffs and reduced sales as demand declines, negatively affecting dealerships and employment opportunities for drivers and warehouse workers. This trend has significant implications for the overall economy. Additionally, inflation driven by tariffs leads to increased costs for essential goods, making everyday items more expensive for consumers. This price surge impacts not only households but also the profitability of businesses. Rising costs in construction materials create challenges for home building and infrastructure maintenance, further straining family budgets. This adds to the overall financial pressures faced by households. Political motivations in the U.S. complicate trade negotiations as protectionist policies appeal to industries feeling neglected by globalization. This dynamic generates unintended economic consequences and pressures policymakers. Both the U.S. and Canada appear unwilling to retreat in the trade conflict, driven by national pride and economic leverage. This persistence prolongs the economic damage experienced on both sides. Finally, Tesla continues to face challenges from increased tariffs affecting its supply chain for electric vehicle production, necessitating quick adaptations to maintain its competitive edge in the market. The implications of this situation could impact its future.